Hello.
Hi guys, Schostak here, and we are going live, and we're having a very fun topic to talk about. But in one of my previous videos, my other son opened the door, and he came in. And when I started to go live today, I told my family that I'm about to go live. Can everyone keep it down? And this guy over here wanted to be on the video, say hello. And,
Yeah.
okay, so you're saying hi to everybody.
Hello.
Did you want to dance at all or no? Okay, so he's going to dance for a little bit, and then we are going to start the video. All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, son. All right, let me just plug in. All right, I think we're ready to go. So tell me if you guys can hear me. I think that you should. Today's topic that I wanted to touch base with you on can really help you when it comes to relationships. First, if anyone can just give me a thumbs up to make sure that the audio is working and that they can hear me. So last night we're at a restaurant and great food, but I was really looking at the waiting staff and how they interacted with us. Okay. And I realized that you can learn a lot about relationships and people when it comes to people who work in restaurants. So the food was delicious. And then when we asked for like cutlery, the person comes over and goes like this. Okay. So let's say this is the cutlery. They come over and they have a face like this. Here you go. And then they hand it. And then I was watching, after they hand it, they walk away and they go, here you go. And then they turn away and go like this. Okay? And then they walk away from the table. So the people who I was sitting with, I said, it's funny because, you know, she probably is like thinking like, if I could poison you, I would. And people who I was eating with found that to be quite funny. But I think that that is how many people get through life, in the sense that they don't say how they really feel about situations. So you can kind of sum up not all waiters, but people who work in restaurants and are serving people in three ways. One is attentive, and they actually enjoy what they're doing and they care about their job, and they're fine with it. How can I serve you? How can I help? And then they'll hand you the cutlery. Oh, here you go. And then they'll walk away and they won't say anything. Then you have the other type of waiter who is not conscious of where they are. They're almost like divorced in their brain from their surroundings. So they're spaced, and they come over to the table. Here you go, and walk away. Now this level is not so bad, because not being conscious is okay, but there's really no feeling towards you and the person you are interacting with. And then you go to the third level, which was someone that we interacted with last night, who looks like they want to kill. So it's like they're conscious of the fact that they hate what they're doing. So they'll go like this. Here you go. Now, you can sometimes wait. I wait for it when I'm in a restaurant. I wait because I'll say thank you very much whenever someone is giving me something. And then I look to see how they change their face the second that they leave the table. So that when they're making eye contact, it's and basically what's saying is, I want to get a tip, or we all pool our tips, so I have to look like I'm positive. But as soon as I walk away, I hate you. Okay? So the idea of how this relates to relationships is that I want you to imagine that you have emotions inside you that's sort of like a bank that you make deposits to. Now, those deposits can either be positive, negative, or neutral. And those are the three types of ways that the waiters can interact with you. Positive, hey, how can I help you? Here you go. They enjoy what they're doing. They walk away, and they don't change their face because they actually have embraced and enjoy what they're doing. That's the first type of deposit into your emotional bank. So you are engaging with a person on a date, and you're actually positive about yourself, you're positive about the other person or the situation, and you're interacting. The second type of waiter and way that you engage on a date is the not fully conscious, the neutral. So you're kind of spaced. It could go either way. You don't hate where you are. You don't love where you are. You're just spaced, right? And that's very similar to eating. So you can eat consciously and like you enjoy what you're eating, positive about it. Not conscious, just like eat or whatever. I don't like, I don't hate. Or the negative way of interacting, like the waiter would, which is the how can I help you? I hate you. And that is the third type of person that's on the date. So they know that they're deep down, they just like the waiter or waitress, they want to make money, they want to keep their job. So the person that's dating knows that they deep down would like to be in a relationship, but they hate either themselves or the situation that they're in. So they might smile, but then as soon as you leave the table, you walk away from them, the eye rolls begin, oh God, and the moaning, ugh, right? So then that's kind of similar to those three dimensions that we talked about: the positive deposit, the neutral deposit, which doesn't make the bank account go up or down, it just stays even, or the negative, the red zone, where your bank account is getting filled with negativity. Now, they're not going to come out to you on a date and tell you that I am filled with negativity. But the things that you can look out for is how do they, number one, treat others, right? So they might know consciously that when they're with you, they have to, not have to, but they're going to be on their best behavior. Or, oh yeah, 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 yeah. And then the waiter comes over and it's like, what can I get you? Like, listen, I want 2 of this and 2 of that. You see the face change. The face change is them actually being who they are. And all of that negativity that's stored inside has come to the surface and has actually shown its ugly head. So I wanted to describe to you how when you're dating, the things that you want to look out for in terms of finding someone who's healthy are those first 2 levels. The person who enjoys fully themselves and the situation that they're in. Yeah, they could have some negativity, but the majority of their bank account is not filled with negativity, right? So if you're dealing with percentages, your percentage of deposits are positive into the emotional bank account. Okay? That's one. So you're looking and you're obviously when you're dating, you're judging, you're trying to figure out, is this person right for me? Is this person healthy? A very clear sign is how their face and their emotions match up or don't match up when it comes to them looking away from you. And just a really quick funny story, but I remember my sisters and I were growing up in Brooklyn. We used to go to this one restaurant, and which shall be named nameless, which shall remain nameless. And we had this one waitress there who literally, it was the greatest comedy ever, because she'd go like this to me and my sister. What can I get you? What can I do for you? And then she would turn around and go, all right, we got all these people on table number 2, go, like, and curse. Okay? So that person was not trying to hide anything. It was sick in how she would, like, completely fake smile for us and then yell at everyone else, really yell at everyone else. So she wasn't hiding it. So I actually like those type of people better, because you can really gain a sense of who they are. But in terms of dating, when you're on that date, that's what you want to look out for. Are their facial expressions changing when they talk to other people? When you leave the table, just look back. Are they rolling their eyes? Are they grunting? Are they? That's what is kind of a. It doesn't mean that's who they are, by the way, because we all do that. But if they're doing that constantly, what they are basically saying is that the place that I am in right now, I hate being in. And that's something that you would have to deal with in a relationship. And sometimes that only comes out after you're in the relationship with a long time, that they fully become comfortable. And at that point, you're already dating for a few months, or you're already married, or you're in a very serious relationship, and you're like, oh shit, I've got to get out of this. And it's just too tough to get out of. So sometimes they're kind of good at hiding that. So that's one thing to look out for. And now for all of my listeners who want to know in terms of maintenance, so that you're already in the relationship, how do you maintain the healthy relationship? First let's talk for yourself. And again, we'll come back to those 3 deposits that the waiters teach us. The one, the positive, they enjoy and embrace who they are. And yeah, they'll experience annoyances, but the bottom line is the majority of their emotional deposits are positive. The second type of waiter is neutral. They're not really conscious of where they are. It's like, okay, go to table number 12. Okay. And they just do it. And they have no idea where they are, who they're interacting with. And if you would tell them, all right, do me a favor, after you go to table number 12, leave the restaurant, stand in the middle of traffic, and get killed by a car. Okay. Yeah. Okay, no, the car's supposed to hit me. So again, and then the third level is the one with if I could shoot myself, I would, and I would do that to you. I'd poison your food. Where it's like, oh, how can I help you? I want the tip. I hate you. When you're in a relationship and you want to maintain that health, the key is to be conscious of those 3 elements throughout your relationship, both in yourself and in the other person. Because it is very normal for you to have more positive and the other person to be maybe at a place where there's more negative, or you're neutral and he's more positive, or he's more negative, or she's more. That's fine. But you want to constantly be aware, hold up a second here. If I am either neutral or I am a positive and I am actually authentic with who I am, and I'm dealing with another person who stays in neutral, or the majority of their being is negative, then I need to have that conversation with them. And if they cannot, for whatever reason, whether it's out of their control, or whether this is just how they love to live, and this is not something that you want to be with, then you need to decide whether or not you're going to stay in this or not. Okay? So that was what I took away from the restaurant last night. And I hope that gave you some help in terms of finding healthy relationships as well as maintaining. And if any of you would like to have a free strategy session with me to join the Find the Right One coaching program and see if it is the right fit for you, I will put the link below. Have an awesome day and be well.